I think we said this 5 times this holiday season. This is the last review. This is the last review. I now think that this is the last product of the year. This is the Lenovo Yoga Paper. This is a 10.3-inch eNote from Lenovo. This is not the dual screen tablet laptop combination device that folds. This is a dedicated e-ink tablet eNote with a note-taking layer. We're going to have some sit down with the rest of the crew, kind of have like a table read when you go over your lines, and we're going to figure this out all together. And then we'll do a live, and then maybe we'll do a review. No, not maybe we'll do a review. Guaranteed we'll do a review. How does Lenovo exist in the game? Well, they only have a couple entries, and this entry is going to take about a week and a half for me to get out because this box is one of the tightest boxes lid combinations ever. All right, we're out. It looks like they put the serial number underneath the box lid, so that's really good. And what that means is that when you're buying this used on like eBay or something, you can actually see if the unit itself and the box is a real combination. So keep your eye out for that. This is exciting, guys. Lenovo doesn't really exist in the e-ink space. The closest thing they had up until the most recent Yoga book that had the e-ink screen and the regular screen was the Barnes & Noble collaboration for their tablet. But that's not a e-ink device. This is a dedicated e-ink product. This is fantastic. Very exciting. What do I do here? Okay, so I lift that top lid. Nothing under there. Oh, really cool. It looks like a piece of recycled cardboard, but painted black. What do we have under here? This is an airtight box, man. This is built extremely tight. Like the dimensions of the basically the OD and ID, which is like the inner diameter and the outer diameter, usually reserved for circular spherical things like pipes. It's so tight that everything's just sucked in airtight with this thing. Is this a case? I hope it is. It's a case. Look at that. This is a case with an aluminum plaque on the side that actually has an aluminum plaque with a film over it to protect said logo. That's crazy. All right, they're really going above and beyond here. You have a leather exterior with a, oh, that's an insert. Okay, and a little slot for the pen. Or the bulge? Nope, that's where the pen goes, I think. We're going to have to check that out because it transfers all the way to the back. That's really interesting. I think you just tuck the pen in there. You know what I'm most excited about? The pen. Honestly, I don't know what kind of pen they're using. Oh, there it is! Okay, we got the Yoga paper here, everybody. Put that off to the side. I'll put it right over there. And you have a Lenovo. This is great. This is Lenovo's first kind of real crack at just being themselves, having their own eNote. How is this going to perform? Is that an EREADER pen? I'm not even joking. It might actually be. Let's bring one into the shot. Okay, no. It's like an EREADER pen's child. It looks exactly the same. The color scheme is the same. So it has that little divot, but wow, it's small. Just to give you some context, this is an EREADER pen. Industry standard kind of dimensions, length, thickness, and the Lenovo one is like going to Samsung Galaxy Note territory. This thing is small compared to the rest of the industry. All right, that's really nice. So we have our own pen, everybody. This is fantastic. Their own pen built from the ground up. That's a standard Wacom tip, by the way. Don't worry, they're not using proprietary tips. I guarantee, just by looking at it, I know. That is a standard Wacom tip. No Shinonome G2 going on. No Heart of Metal ceramic. It's a regular old tip. We have a bundled up recyclable paper. That's really nice. USB-C. I didn't look if it was USB-C, but it better be, and I guarantee it is. So let's just move on from that. Nothing else in the box. And we have our charger with a 10 on it. Kind of doing that whole streetwear Supreme where they put the logo, but it kind of cuts off. So that's really nice. Plugs right in, USB on the back. Let's look at the device because that's the most important thing. That's what we're all here for. Thank you, Lenovo, number one, for sending this to us. And thank you, Lenovo, for using paper. You're using paper. That you don't need to use any more plastic. Plastic should be reserved for necessities. Medicine, syringes, things like that. Okay, look at that. We have a little cutout for the pen. I wonder how that snaps in, if it just does it automatically. It does. That grabbed it out of my hands. That is, wow, that's tight. That's tighter than an Onyx magnet for sure. Whoa. That's That's a tight magnet. I hope the internals are okay. So that just snaps over like that. Wow, look at this. Two-tone backing. You get this reflective aluminum on this side and almost like a matte coated one on this side. But you know what? There's no transition. It's completely flawless. There's no height difference. There's no thickness. There's no paint on there. And you get that plaque that carries over from the case. That's so nice. This is beautifully built, nice and squared off. I think that's a microphone down there. We have the USB-C tucked away on the bottom left corner and nothing on that side. And then you have a power button. Wow, okay, so this doesn't have audio because there's nowhere for the music to escape unless they're using some sort of speaker package inside the microphone slot, which I guarantee they won't do that. So it doesn't seem that there is any audio on here. But overall, this is a great, you know what? It's not light, but it's not heavy. It's a nice kind of mid-range. Kind of like an EREADER Smart 3, but not as heavy as like a Note 5 by Onyx. No plastic here. This is an aluminum body. Beveled edges where it just chiseled off. It's almost like they ran a router over it. One of those things you use for the corners of wood so that it's not so squared off. So it's squared off and not at the exact same time. The bottoms are a little bit jagged, but most of the time you're not holding it like an e-reader, you're holding it like an e-note. So really the bottom is just of no consequence, because a lot of the time e-book readers will make a smooth bottom that contours to your hand because you sit there for long hours reading it like that. But you don't hold e-notes from the bottom left corner typically, so that's not a problem. Alright guys, don't take my word for it yet, but so far right out of the gates, this thing is slow. When text input was really slow, the touches, the processes, everything kind of just snails along. I guess we're a little bit spoiled by the latest devices. Wow, okay. That feels like paper. Whoa! Listen to that. You can, listen. You can hear that. Oh, that's worlds above remarkable. Way better than Onyx. Okay, you know what? This is interesting. This is interesting, guys. I was so wrapped up in how fast it was, I didn't take the time to appreciate the actual screen technology, the top coat, the matte layer they're putting here. This is exciting. This is Lenovo. This is everything that comes in the box with the Yoga paper, the standalone dedicated release for a 10.3-inch e-note from Lenovo themselves. For GoodyReader.com, this is Peter.